Okay guys, we're here for Monster Party 8. God, I've made 8 of these already. At this point of the story, once again, I do not know the full party, but you guys do. So, for now, we're starting with just, well, you can't see him, but there he is, the Small Fry. Small Fry is actually not the worst of your recruits. However, they definitely max out a little too early, and they don't have enough abilities really to make up for it, but they do have at least some resistances. I did have to give him 5 resilience seeds to get through this particular battle, and in fact this battle I might still lose anyway. So yeah, imagine the defense being or resilience 15 less, and that'll be about the amount of seeds I put in, give or take 1 or 2. I'm not sure the exact amount, but yeah, you're able to do this, but it's very tricky. As you can see, though, pretty good strength, pretty good agility. Resilience is average, I guess you could say. The luck is mostly due to the crude image accessory that I have. And as for equipment and items, well, the best we got is here, unless you could find a drop from a certain monsters, maybe. I'm not sure. According to the wiki, he can't equip any shields, so yeah, his resistances are going to be just what he has and what little extra equipment that he can get. So, but for his general inventory, we're going to have just a bunch of herbs and 1 Pack-a-Punch. That's generally all he should need, and we still might lose. So, if we lose, I'll bring you to the winning fight, but for now, let's try our luck. Also, there's a good chance that monsters might survive for a while, depending how the AI feels. But we have to bring him, and he has to be alive, so that's what we're doing. Now, Faux Dowager time. So, first things first, show off your mirror. Keep flashing her the mirror, and we're going to Pack-a-Punch up Newton, our lovely little Small Fry here. Alright, Owl. You're going to just go ahead and attack. Deep breath. Well, we're going to risk it. Usually you want to defend when that happens because it could one-shot you, but okay, we're okay. Keep flashing the mirror until she hits you. And now we're going to use one of his moves, Flame Breath. It hits all, and one-shots the Legionnaires. Okay, good. Thank you. I was getting tired of him too, Faux Dowager. Alright, now we're going to attack. Deep breath. I'm going to risk it. Ah, miss. Alright, Flame Breath. Alright, Bag of Laughs has a high dodge and resists fire the Flame Breath, but we're going to Flame Breath anyway, because this way we're constantly damaging Faux Dowager. We're still in not the worst HP amount that I'm going to risk it again. Flame Breath. Okay, we're good. Keep Flame Breathing. Anytime she summons Bag of Laughs, everything can go really bad, because if it confuses you, you're screwed. Fizzle doesn't matter much, though. And luckily, every 2 Flame Breaths will kill it. Keep going. Okay, now we're in danger. Heal. We're going to go ahead and just heal a little bit more, because we resist Flame Breath, at least. Okay. Good. Ow, quit it. That's fine, thank you. Let's heal again. We're essentially barely staying alive for a bit. Okay, Flame Breath. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's very tricky, and you can die if you're unlucky. So, I'm glad that worked. Jeez. But yeah, that was probably one of the more trickier fights. Now, I could try leveling him up more, but it's very slow going. I've been killing so many metal slimes. It's been pretty bad. I don't want to have to keep doing that, especially because Newton doesn't really have a good way to kill them, and Monsters doesn't either. I'm allowing Monsters to level up because he needs to be at least level 25 for recruiting some of the companions I have in mind at this time. So, anyway, I shall meet you, I think, yeah, at the Magmen with a new party member. See you there. Alright guys, we picked up Roxy, our Rockbomb, but unfortunately, even with them along, this fight is still tricky and has some RNG to it. Now, Roxy actually has some pretty good resistances, though he doesn't get any equipment that gives him resistances too. He doesn't also get very much defense either, but let's show off our levels here. He levels up, Roxy levels up slow, but also only maxes out at like 20, I think. But anyway, here's Newton, how he's doing. He's almost broken the 100 strength barrier. His agility is very fair. Resilience is decent too. I mean, I gave him the better equipment as well to help his defense up and all that. So, you know, not too bad. But when we picked up Roxy, he didn't have enough wisdom, so I gave him a wisdom seed until he got to 20. And then I could actually control him correctly, because if they're under 20, you just need a reminder, if they're under 20, they sometimes don't listen. So, yeah, fun stuff there. But now you can see he's got a bit of a lopsided type of build, similar to the Mudraker, in that he's got very good strength, very good HP, but his agility is very poor, resilience is pretty low, and wisdom and luck as well. And the difference there, though, is that the Mudraker's equipment choice was kind of limited a bit. But here, Roxy actually can equip some pretty good stuff. Unfortunately, we don't have too many good stuff. But first off, here we have Newton. Newton's now got a top hat and a tortoise shell since last time, so that's his only upgrade. He still only got the steel fangs as his best equipment right now. We'll be going into this with a Packs a Punch. By the way, I don't think I mentioned it before, but I bought Packs a Punches in Fortuna's Treasures and Trapdoors shop. You just keep going until you finally roll it. So anyway, we're going to have Packs a Punch with us. I have a Staff of Anti-Magic with us only because I ran out of herbs. I was trying to train in here, and didn't realize that it was at a deficit, so I really shouldn't have, but... And I ran out of herbs, and I was already halfway through, and I was like, I don't feel like backtracking, so there you go. Long story short there. Anyway, we were out of herbs, so he's holding the Staff of Anti-Magic just for the wild encounters that we were facing, but it wasn't really too necessary. But anyway, Packs a Punch, a bunch of herbs, and then a Yigleaf. We got one Yigleaf each only, because I didn't buy too many this time. We may need to use one. And as for Roxy, he's got the Packs a Punch and all medicinal herbs except one Yigleaf. His equipment, he's got scale armor as the best I can get until we get a little bit further past the marriage part, I believe. Iron helmet, scale shield, and the serpent sword. And the serpent sword. I really feel like we could get the Dream Blade by this point, but I can't remember. So, serpent sword it is. I looked online though and I didn't see anything, so maybe I'm misremembering. But yeah. Anyway, that's all our equipment, that's our stats. Let's start this. As I said before, though, this is not a clean fight. It's always going to be slightly messy. I've done a lot of test runs, and I usually won, but it also involved me getting either a little lucky or just not dying, or losing all my stuff. But anyway, boss time. Magmen. By losing all my stuff, I mean all my items and barely getting through. Alright, so for the first thing we're going to do is have Newton Sweet Breath, and we're going to have Roxy use Packs a Punch on Newton. One. Okay, we have at least one asleep. Alright, now that he's got that, you're going to attack. You don't need to heal. I'm going to have you Focus Strength. Okay, that's... Oh yeah, the Fierce Fire for once is not the issue here. I am going to risk not using Sleep Powder, wow. Sweet Breath, and give Roxy the Packs a Punch now, and he's going to attack. Okay. Attacking is a little bit bad there. Okay, he's got the 174. Now, I'm going to have Newton attack, and Roxy's going to start healing Newton. Yeah, we don't want them to attack Roxy, though, either. Alright, you're going to go ahead and Sweet Breath, and I'm going to actually have him defend. Two asleep, okay. Not too bad. Now you can heal, and you can attack. Okay, you go ahead and attack, and we're only going to get hit once, so Roxy can heal himself. Yeah, this is getting very tricky. I saw one wake up. I don't know if I saw two, because I'll be honest, I wasn't paying hard attention there. Let me see. The most he can get hit is about 45 in a turn. Roxy can get hit up to 60 or 90 if we get really, really unlucky. So, why don't we have you heal yourself and... Yeah, go ahead and heal yourself, yeah. I think we double heal. A dodge. Another one woke up. Okay. Try to sweet breath. You're going to attack. Damn. Wasted turn. Okay, okay. We have some progress here. Yeah, go ahead and attack, and Roxy's gonna heal himself. Okay, we're okay. Now he's faster, so that works. And I'm gonna have you go ahead and again. Why don't you heal Newton? You're too slow for fast healing. Whoa. Jeez, Roxy! What the hell? He might just die anyway, but just to go ahead and heal and... that was lucky. Alright, all we got is one herb and then each a Yiggleaf. This is not good. Okay. Roxy's probably going to die. No more healing. Unless I want to spam Sweet Breath. Okay. Not bad. Okay. No. I really hope it's not Newton that goes down first. Just keep going. Oh my god. Like I said, that was actually closer than I have had, but at least I didn't have anyone die. Oh my god. That got really exciting there. Okay, I'm glad that I didn't have to have this as a re-record. That was the Magmen with these two. That was very, very annoying. I would say usually you will win, but there's a lot of chance at times where you probably won't. So it's kind of like a 60-40, I'd say, in favor of winning. But okay, that's it for Magmen. I will see you at the Rite of Passage next. Ugh, that kind of shot my nerves a little. See you there. Okay guys, we're here at the Rite of Passage. Ooh, sorry, my wire just got tangled in something. So this fight is kind of possible. Unfortunately though, we have to go to the tactics that I used last time, in that I'm going to have to use Yiggleaves a bunch. Because these two level slowly, and they do not have enough defense to defend against Robbin Hood's a major attack. As you can see here, Newton's coming along okay, got pretty well-rounded stats with a little extra strength. And then you have Roxy here with the same old Mudraker-like stats. I feel like Mudraker's now going to be a type of unit of measurement now in terms of stat growth. Lots of HP, minimal MP. The MP seems to be mostly for his Kamikaze anyway. And very, very little agility, poor resilience, and whatever wisdom luck, because who cares about that? But yeah, only focus strike, Kamikaze, and Body Slam on him, and we already know Kamikaze and Body Slam, how they work, thanks to Bomber from last Monster Party. And Newton here still has his Flame Breath. Now for item setup, shouldn't be surprised here. We have a bunch of Yiggleaves. We did get some upgrades though. We got the Fire Claw and Silver Cuirass for Newton. So now he's got just a little bit better defense and a nice decent amount more attack power now. And as for Roxy here, Roxy's now got the Dream Blade and Blood Mail as well as the Iron Mask, so his defense went up a decent amount as well. Unfortunately though, his defense is still kind of on the low side, that's why he's in the back. And of course, bunch of Yiggleaves. I did put a couple Rockbomb shards on him because I want to try to hurt the Robbin Hood's partner, to try to get him to heal that before healing himself. It's a small chance, but it's something. But yeah, that's our item setup and our weapon setup. One thing I did want to address before I begin though is, I forgot that there is a knick-knack that you can get over in, not Wheelbrook, Roundbeck. The Zizwiz Pillow. It can cast Snooze for you in battle. That would have been useful at the Magmen, and it's something that you might want to consider getting before you fight the Magmen, and even for some random encounters, it's not a bad idea. Because that's the only other form of snooze that Newton and Roxy can get, other than his Sweet Breath anyway. But I don't know the rates of this. I know Sweet Breath has a lower accuracy, lower chance to affect any enemies. And I don't know about the Zizw's Pillow, but it might be around the same, might be better. Anyway, though, it's a good extra form of sleep if you need Roxy to do something different. That's all out of the way. Let's get started. I still might fail this, though, so if I do, as usual, I will show the winning run after the first failure, just to see what went wrong. There is still some strategy to this, though, because you have to know when to use your Yigglies. For mini-boss time, against Robbin Hood and Hippoblocamus. Alright, so for the first hit, we're going to have him just go for the attack on Robbin Hood. And you... yeah, go ahead and use one of your Rockbomb shards. Of course, though, he defends. Alright, Newton's now in possible kill range, so Newton's going to attack, and because Roxy is so slow, he's going to attempt to use the Yiggleaf on Newton, just in case he goes down. Okay, we're alright. But we're going to keep doing that. We don't have to do that with Newton, because Newton's fast enough to get around it. Okay, we're alright, and luckily the Yiggleaf doesn't get used when he does this. Nice crit! Alright, we're good. Now we can just use Yiggleaf on Roxy. And Newton's probably going to go down, but luckily Roxy has enough HP that he should be fine, as long as Robbin Hood doesn't use his critical hit attack. Alright, Robbin Hood is okay. Well, he's probably going to go down, but that's alright. Oh, alright. Well, he got his extra attack in on both of them, at least. You're going to attack, and you're going to Yiggleaf Newton in an attempt. Hippoblocamus can be a pain in the ass here at times, because sometimes he can actually be the one to kill Roxy. Alright, let's go ahead and... let's see, for Roxy at 89... yeah, go ahead and just attack. You could also have Roxy just defend, but no thanks. Alright, he's going to probably go down, but we're going to keep trying. Alright, Newton's going to go down, but let's go ahead and bring him up. If I could reasonably get better defenses on both of them, I would use it. The only other way I could really do so is if I really grinded on the guys that cast Morph in battle in this dungeon. If I kept farming them until they give me enough mini-medals for the Metal King shield, Roxy can equip that. But I don't know if that even would be enough. So, we're just going to attempt this as we go. Go ahead and try to revive. Okay. Get him back right up. Alright. You're going to attack, and you're going to attempt to revive Newton just in case. There he goes. Okay. Yeah, you need the timing. Both of you attack. Oh, there goes Roxy. Yeah, grinding at the casino is not fun, but sometimes it's what you have to do. That's right. I kind of like that, though. I did try doing something like Flame Breath the whole time, but unfortunately Hippoblocamus has a natural defense against that. Anyway, now that Robbin Hood's down, we're done. It's easily taken care of now. The end. So yeah, that's the way I had to do it, because again, these guys, their defenses are just a little too low for dealing with Robbin Hood. If he actually decided to use critical attacks, though, we might have actually just gone down. So there's still a crapshoot to this, but generally you should win. I just wish that he was like vulnerable to something like sleep or something, but unfortunately, the only thing he's really vulnerable, Robbin Hood, I mean, is only really vulnerable against like Dazzle and whatnot. But that's it for the rite of passage. I guess I'll meet you over in the tower next. See you there. Alright guys, we're here at Pawn 1, and I think we can get away without having to do much of an intro here. So why don't we just jump on in. Generally, you're going to be able to beat Pawn 1, I would say, with this party setup. Now, I have monsters along here just because I didn't want to have to run back out and come back over here. Anyway, he's just going to show off his pretty picture. you are going to Pax-a-Punch yourself, and you're also going to Pax-a-Punch. Actually, no, you're not going to. You're going to attack. Because Roxy's rarely going to be attacking anyway. Alright, just go ahead and do that, and you go ahead and heal up Newton. Yeah, generally, you want to go like half health and then half revival for Roxy. Also, that Kasap, yeah, that's the bad news, and this is where things get make it a little dicey. Alright, just both of you attack. As you can see, Newton has got an amazing attack. Roxy, a little less. Ugh, sap. Okay, we're going to be a little bit in danger here. Okay, we're good. Yeah, like I said, mostly easy. The item setup is only semi-helpful. Just, you know, give herbs to Roxy and make sure you have at least one Pax-a-Punch on each of them, just in case how you want to do it. But, alright, I'll meet you at Pawn 2, where I'll actually probably go over our setup a little bit, because I also want to mention a couple other things, but I'll see you there. Alright, here we are at Pawn 2, and we're going to go over our setup just a little bit, because this fight can be a little tricky. Now, first off, I wanted to show off our stats here, quick comparison from attack and defense and all that. So, Newton still has the better defense and attack, higher HP, but less HP, while Roxy still has the higher HP, but again, a little bit less attack and defense. Strength-wise, yeah, Newton's definitely got more, and definitely by agility and resilience as well. So, that's why Newton's still up front. Otherwise, I would totally have Roxy in front, but unfortunately, we don't have enough of his ultimate equipment to really get through. There's a chance I could have the King Metal Shield around now, too, but once again, I'd have to really start going and farming for mini-metals. So it's a little like, ugh, I'd rather not do that. Anyway, for item setup, now, there's two ways you could do this. Newton could either come in with the Zenithian Shield to help do to keep Pawn 2 from using their spells, because they'll just attack then. But the problem is, that does a lot more damage overall, since Newton and Roxy can mostly resist the spells that the Pawn 2 casts. At least when it comes to Sizz, anyway. And it loves to do Sizz. But yeah, anyway, the Pax-a-Punch, a shield, just in case, 2 Yig Leaves, and 3 medicinal herbs, just for emergencies, really. You don't want Newton to be healing, though. Newton should be just going all out. And then, for Roxy, well, here's our upgrade equipment I forgot to mention, but yeah, Iron Mask and Blood Mail. Scale Shield's still the best at the moment. And a Dream Blade, of course, is their best weapon at the moment. But even with all this, they're still just not quite there yet. Hopefully they'll catch up, though. But they got some medicinal herbs, Rockbomb shards, so they could do a little extra damage, and of course Yig Leaves, just in case Newton goes down. But if Newton goes down, it's very unlikely that Roxy will survive long enough to revive them. But, alright, that's our items and setup. Let's just go ahead and fight Pawn 2. Here we go. Alright, so first things first. I think I'm just going to go you attack, you Pax-a-Punch Newton. Roxy's not really going to be attacking too much. Alright, yeah, Sizz wasn't too bad, and the breath's not too bad. Crackle is where it hurts. Alright, you're going to attack it, and you're going to heal Newton. Yeah. That Crackle's going to suck. Alright, yeah. Essentially, Roxy's just going to keep Newton going. Very good. Oh, he's already mid-healing. Okay, we're doing alright. Alright, and Roxy, we're not even going to care about them surviving. We just want to get the damage out and only worry about Newton. I'm going to say go all out. He was healing, so I think it's a good time to. Oop, there goes Roxy anyway. Okay. Yeah, we want to bring back Roxy just in case this guy decides to attack twice in a row, because that would definitely kill Newton. Heal yourself, and also heal Newton. Yeah, unfortunately we're going to fall behind, though. Oh, Newton was slow that turn. Oh, that was dangerous. Okay, you have no healing left? Use your Rockbomb shard to do some extra damage in. I wish I remembered that from before. We just gotta attack and hope now. That's okay. That's not... Oh. Okay, that was a little close. Newton might have been able to survive long enough to revive Newton. I mean, Roxy might have survived long enough to revive Newton, but that's okay. Either way, that worked. It really depends your preference. It's kind of a gamble either way. The attacking means that Roxy has to keep healing, and that Pawn 2 will not use their spells if you have Bounce Up. They have a smarter AI. So, in any case, that's it for Pawn 2. Who cares about him? Let's go to Kon. Alright guys, we're here for Kon the Knight. Now, this one is definitely a little on the tricky side. It really depends how the AI feels like being when they attack us. So, no different level ups or stats, so I'm not going to go into that, but for item setup, in case I didn't mention before, Newton's new best equipment at the moment. But anyway, yeah, so we always go in with the packs of punches, that's for sure. Newton's going to mostly have Yig leaves and then medicinal herbs, but just in case for emergencies, but it's rare that they should need to heal. As for Roxy, Roxy is mostly going to be very defensive here. They're going to be holding the Zenithian shield to help reflect the spells back at him, but also have one Yig leaf for just in case Newton goes down, but if Newton goes down more than once, you're basically screwed anyway. And you also have to Packs a Punch to help out Newton too, but mostly will be just playing heal over time for Newton, since Roxy will... If Roxy's not being targeted, then he needs to be healing, so... But yeah, I was debating going back and forth with Zenithian Shield on Newton or on Roxy, and throughout my tests, like, they both can perform good and bad on whoever. It really depends, because Roxy's shouldn't be prioritizing Zenithian Shields, usually, since they are, one, they're slow, and two, they need to be healing Newton as best they can. But then, when I tried with Newton with the Zenithian Shield, it's like, what do you call it? The AI decided, oh, you know what? I'm not going to cast spells anymore, even though in the past we've known that it will still... It doesn't have that smart AI, it just decided not to. So, really, it depends your preference here. I'm going to try on Roxy this time, and you know what? If we fail this time, I'll try again and show you the winning run with whatever strategy I do. But all my test runs I've been successful, just a little dirtier depending how luck went. Anyway, now that that's all done and said, let's go ahead and have Nera revive us. Yeah, as you may notice, I almost always choose one of the Briscoletti daughters, because I like the extra money and the extra item we get. Sometimes it's useful, sometimes it's not, but it's always good just to have the extra items around for yourselves, because you never know when you're going to need the extra money. But anyway, let's saddle up for death. For boss time against Kon! Alright, so Monsters is just going to show off the royal insignia over and over. Say like, look, I'm a king! Because, you know, Kon the Knight really cares. I'm going to say Newton's going to defend, and you are going to Packs a Punch Newton. Alright, Cold Breath. Very good. I may let Monsters heal and during the first phase, because Monsters gets a full heal while the others don't. But for now, I'm going to say no to that. I'm going to have you use Zenithian Shield anyway. Keep showing off your item. If he attacks Newton again, though, I am going to switch to... Yeah. Alright, I'm going to allow them to get healed from him, since this is supposed to be a defense phase anyway. Because it's just like, no. Let me start fairly here. Because right now we're not even attacking. Oh, right, I have Bounce on. I didn't mean to mid... Oh, that mid-heal screwed me up there. Oh, Jesus. Defend. I'm going to fast forward this part. There we go. You're indestructible. We don't care. Alright. Now the fight can actually start. Alright, let's go. Newton's going to do attack, and how much HP does Newton have at the moment? Not as much. I'm going to have him refresh his Zenithian Shield, because it probably is going to go down soon, thanks to those extra phases. Don't you dare kill him. the AI can be really weirdly cruel at times. It's like, you know, I'm gonna kill Newton. I've decided this. You're gonna have to herb yourself too. This fight's gonna be longer than it should, just because of that. Show off the insignia. I'm gonna have you go back to attacking, because you can survive a hit. And you go ahead and heal Newton. Yeah, this time he's deciding to just attack a lot. You're at the whims of the game a lot. Of the randomness. Why don't you use Infinity Shield again? Good. Alright, you're going to attack, and I'm going to have Roxy defend. That ain't good. He should survive it. Damn! Yeah, he is getting extra attacky this time around. If Newton goes first, he should survive. Okay, good. At least he finally used a spell. He might not survive if he gets hit again. You don't have anything else you could do, so you may as well attack now. Okay. So Roxy might go down. I mean, Newton might go down. So get a Yiggly ready. Of course, Bounce wears off now. Pax-a-Punch yourself and use Bounce again. Yeah, if Newton goes down, we're in trouble here. Okay, good. Yeah, again, it depends how Kon's feeling. If he's feeling magic-y despite the bounce spell, then you're good. But that was a case where he was like, nah, I'm just gonna punch you to death. Whatever. Anyway, he's done. He's done and dead. Goodbye. Let's meet up in Gen 3 where we'll actually pick up our party members. I'll see you there. Alright guys, before I begin, I just want to mention during this particular recording, and possibly series of recordings, I'm a little sick, so I may sound different. Apologies, but I also want to get through these at least, so that's what we're going to be doing. Hopefully, though, I won't have to sound as raspy as I do right now. Anyway, we picked up our newest party member, Nereus, who is the Old Man of the Sea. Best option we can have at the moment. My planned 4th party member can't be gotten until after Bjorn, so that's why we only have 3 at the moment. But if that changes, where I need someone else for Bjorn, well, I'll let you guys know who the 4th was supposed to be when that happens. But in any case, that's beside the point. Nereus is kind of like an ice, wind, lightning mage. Let's go ahead and look over their spells. They have Crackle, Swoosh, Bounce, and Snooze. It's kind of nice. They also get Zoom, so I don't have to keep reviving the hero just to use the Zoom spell anymore. It's kind of really nice, really, seriously. They also eventually get Zing and much better versions of their spells. Crackle, Swoosh, possibly some other spells that I can't think of right now. Oh, I think they get Lightning, that's what it is. And in any case, yeah, they're pretty damn good. Spell-wise. And stat-wise, well, I gave them Meteorite Bracer, so they're double agility, but their agility is actually pretty good. Strength is mediocre, but it's not the worst. Got some pretty good resilience too, so they actually have some defenses. And everything else doesn't really matter. Luck is kind of whatever. But here's our levels and general stats. As comparison here, we have Newton, who has got a lot of strength. Resilience is pretty average, though, but they also have the best gear they have, so this is basically their defense from now on. It's unfortunate. They are about to max out their level, too, so it's a little bit unfortunate on their end. But again, they're still pretty useful, and they're still our primary attacker. Now, Roxy here, Roxy's got some time still, but they actually finally caught up in their defenses a little bit, at least compared to Newton anyway. Has a lot more HP, and also has okay defense. They have some of their best stuff right now. I could run off and get the Metal King shield right now to get them some extra defense, but I don't believe it's necessary for this fight. I might grab it though for the Ladja fight, we'll see. For now though, yeah, they've got pretty good strength. Their attack's even actually rivaling Newton. It's just that Roxy's just so slow that I decided to give them the healing stick, or rather the Staff of Salvation, and just do the recovery act that I did with, who was it? Our other slow buddy that couldn't do much, the Hades Helm, that's it. The rest of his stats, as you can see, is lackluster though. let's go over our item setup. I did not get the Terror Crow this time. We're not going to be cheesing Slon, but we still can get around it pretty well. Here's Roxy. Roxy has the option between the Ionosphere and the Icicle Dirk. For this fight, if he was to attack, you're better off with the Icicle Dirk, because I found this out a little late. This does more damage, similar to the Ice Blade, where if they don't have any resistance to ice, well, it does more damage. And if they resist it, it generally still does a little bit more damage. So, we're going to do that real quick. But he's mostly not going to be attacking. You can see he's got the double armor, that's his best armor. Thingy cap, I think he's got a better hat coming, but I'm not positive. I think it's like the Great Helm. And the Scale Shield is the best he has since I gave the Dark Shield over to Nereus instead. But he'll be getting the Metal King Shield eventually. He's got a Pax Punch, but his item setup doesn't matter much other than the Staff of Salvation. Now, next up we have Nereus. Nereus could actually equip the Greenham Whip, so I gave it to him. It's just to give him at least an okay attack. He's probably got attack comparable to the Cross-Eye that we had in the past, except he doesn't have focus strength like the Cross-Eye. Flowing Dress is one of his best options for armor, but he's also got some resistances, so he's okay. I think the Hades Helm's his best hat, and a Dark Shield is his best shield, so... And as you can see, meteorite bracers there. We also got a Magma Staff on him, for if he needs to hit everybody or something like that, but that's what most of his items are. But he's also got a Fairy Foil, everyone's got a Fairy Foil, and he's also got the Pax Punches to help Newton out. Now Newton's also got the Icicle Dirk, but I also have the Fire Claw, because I found out the Fire Claw is just exactly like the Icicle Dirk, in that if they don't resist Sizz/Flame Breath, I'm not positive which one, then this does more damage. So it's good to have options in case someone's immune to ice but has like no or very low resistance to Fire Claw. I'll be trying to test them out as we go. But Slon's not a good option for this because Slon doesn't have any resistance to either. So that's why I just go with the strongest you got between these two. Hermes Hat's his best hat, and the Silver Cuirass is his best armor. He doesn't get a shield. As for equipment, he doesn't really matter much, but he's got a Fairy Foil. The anti-magic thing was just honestly for random battles. Same with the Diamond, and Zenithian Shield actually could be useful later, but not for this fight. And Gigleaf, just in case, but we won't need it. Now, without further ado, let's fight up Slon. And hopefully I won't sneeze during this recording. For boss time, it's Slon the Rook. Ugh. My voice, I'm sorry. I have Focus on Healing on Roxy, so you can just heal reactively for everybody. And the first thing Nereus is going to do is fast, Pax and Punch Newton. Newton's just going to attack. 169, not bad. And there you go, that way Nereus is safe. Now Nereus is going to play defensively and use the Fairy Fall while Newton just attacks. But yeah, this is honestly not the most exciting way to play, but it's safe. I think that was the second Staff of Salvation, so he has one more and then that should be it. Yep. Alright. He doesn't really have much better options for attack. Crackle does like 10 more than his regular attack, but so you're better off just regular attacking. I'm not wasting a Pax a Punch on him because it's not necessary. But generally, we can just let him attack because Roxy will constantly recover. But yeah, you could, if you want to, constantly use the Fairy Foils on everybody else, like when there's no healing needed from Roxy, but I wouldn't recommend it, because Roxy's slow, he can't reactively heal. But then again, you could also give Nereus the Staff of Salvation instead, and have Roxy play the support role if you'd rather do that, because Roxy does do better damage. But again, I kind of like Roxy being reactively healing for the moment. This may change later. But anyway, there's Slon the Rook, not a big challenge. I probably could have done that in a better, more efficient way, but that's not what the point of these challenge runs are. It's just to see if I can beat them mostly reliably. And Slon is a joke. We all know that. So, anyway, here's Roxy leveling up, but other than that... Oh, yeah, he got 18 HP on that. That was really cool, actually. But other than that, I'll see you at the Ladja fight next, possibly with the Metal King Shield. We'll see. See you there. Okay guys, we're here at Bishop Ladja, And I decided to get the Metal King shield after all. We don't need to go over our attributes right now, though, so no worries about that. Let's just go right into our item setup. As you can see, I got the Metal King shield on Roxy. He doesn't get a shield with any elemental resist, so may as well go with the best defense that you can get, which is the Metal King shield. And in fact, he basically has his best armors here, except that eventually he can get the Metal King helm. Unless something else pops up that is not on the wiki that I'm checking, so who knows. But usually it's right, so. And yeah, the best attacking weapon he can get at the moment is the Ionosphere, so that's what we're doing. Anyway, we got a Pax and Punch on him in case we need him to use it on himself. Hopefully someone else can give it to him so he can just go right to the attack, but either way. And he's also got a Fairy Foil on him to keep the shields up, and the extra Pax and Punch, ignore. It doesn't need to be there. Nereus is going to play healer this time because he can't really do much. His spells aren't going to do much damage, and his attack is pretty pitiful. So he's playing healer this time. And yeah, no equipment changes, but you also got a Fairy Foil too, a Pax and Punch to help out Roxy if needed, and a Yigdu in case shit gets really bad, but we should not need it at all for this. Shouldn't, unless I make some really, really bad mistakes. And now for Newton. I tried with both the Icicle Dirk and the Fire Claw, but they do very similar damage even when you get Pax and Punched up. You're better off not bothering with your attack in this one on him. His Inferno does steady amount of damage as well, and it does does basically about the same amount of damage as you would with a Pax and Punch on either of these two weapons. So yeah, just go Inferno with Newton. I mean, you can try for the crits, but then you have to waste a Pax and Punch for setup. I'd just rather just keep doing Inferno. Anyway, Yiggly for emergencies, Zenithian Shield's unnecessary, Fairy Foil's necessary, and an extra Pax and Punch at the time because I was debating on letting him get his attack up, but nah, don't bother. But alright, that's the setup. Let's get started. Maybe we aren't remembering you, but go away, Ladja. For boss time against Bishop Ladja. It's hard to do the voice with the way my throat is right now. Anyway, first things first, everyone's going to ferry up their foils. Or foil up their fairies? Either way sounds gross. But that's what we're doing. Anyway, we all have resistance to fire in some way or the other, so that his fire breath is not an issue at all. So, fairy foil up 3 times. Oh, he used bounce. Well, sure, well, that gives us some setup. And then we do last one. Alright, that's not too badly damaged. Okay, we're going to have him focus strength now, so we can get Pax and Punch on to Roxy, and we're just going to Inferno with Newton. That's about roughly the damage you do with a Pax and Punched Newton at the moment. That's because Bishop Ladja is immune to Crackle and has pretty good resistance against Fire Breath and Sizz. So, anyway, why don't you do some spot healing on Newton, and Newton's just going to Inferno. And this is basically the fight. Yeah, 111, but he has to focus strength for it. Alright, why don't you heal yourself and keep Infernoing. We don't care about your bounce is crap. Yeah, there's not much that Nereus can do for damage, because as mentioned, Bishop Ladja has heavy resistances to almost everything. I think all elemental spells, in fact. Yeah. The only thing he's not resistant to is Drain Magic, which doesn't really help us here. I don't remember if I focus strength or not. We're just going to attack. Go ahead and heal, and you go ahead and breath it. Oh yeah, see, that's his normal damage, and that's about the amount of damage that Newton would be doing with Pax and Punch, just to give you guys an idea. Alright, Focus Punch, and why don't... Wait, Focus Strength, not Focus Punch, I'm thinking Pokemon here. I wouldn't mind calling it Focus Punch, though. Kind of feels like it almost, except, you know, you can get interrupted. If you guys don't know what that is, I'm just making Pokemon references. Okay, heal up, and keep Infernoing. These are their best options, which is a little unfortunate. I don't think even if Nereus had access to Kaswoosh, that it would do much more damage. Focus up. Heal and Inferno. Newton is basically acting as if he is under the Dragon Staff use right now. Because I think Dragon Staff uses Inferno as their fire spell. Spell? Ability. Yeah, heal Roxy, why not? Yeah, basically that's what Newton's doing. Okay, focus up, heal yourself, and Inferno. I might be able to just put a focus on healing on Darius, so I think I might do that just to lessen human error here. Let's try it out and see how it works. He always goes first, though, that's the only issue. But anyway, you attack, you Inferno. Ugh, yeah, Darius does that instead of just constantly healing. But you know what, we're probably safe to do this. Oh, I didn't mean to attack. Damn. Okay, attack and Inferno. I mean, it's an extra 10 damage, I guess, so it's not the big deal, and if I need to take control of it again, I will. But yeah, for now, Nereus is the healer. This will change once we get our 4th party member. Alright, you just did that, so you can attack. Yeah, luckily everyone also has a pretty good resistance to Frizzle. I don't remember if I focus strength or not. We're just going to attack, because I'm not positive. I mean, worst case scenario, I'm doing just a little bit less damage. Focus strength just gives you like an extra 10 or 20 damage, from what I'm noticing. Compared to the 2 rounds that you used. Because, like, yeah, he did 56-ish on a regular attack. And, let's see. 126, so 56. Yeah, it's like about 10 more damage, so you may as well utilize that extra damage. But yeah, luckily this Ladja cannot Disruptive Wave. I don't think any of him can, actually, come to think of it. But yeah, as long as he can't Disruptive Wave, you can just go ahead and get those fairy foils going. Sorry, again, I'm not as talking. I'm probably not going to be able to talk as much as I go through with my throat. But at the same time, I'm not sick enough that I can't just be recording, so I'd rather get these done. Because, fun fact, while you guys might not know, by the time I record this, this will be a different time. I mean, by the time this is uploaded, it'll be a different time period, but at the moment of recording, I'm a little behind on my recordings, and so I want to get through these a little bit more. Yeah, unfortunately though, Bitch Up Ladja is mostly annoying. Only annoying. But I'll take annoying over impossible, because Bjorn always makes me nervous. Though we do have a bit of a weapon in Nereus who has access to the bounce spell, so maybe that'll work out. But I have to do some test runs still. And it's a shame that my 4th planned party member is locked behind a final key door. I almost attacked with Newton there. Alright, you better heal now, Nereus. Thank you. Yeah, relying on the AI can be a little weird sometimes. I considered having challenge runs where you have your party members only on a certain tactic or whatever, but I feel that's kind of not as exciting of a playthrough. If there's interest, I might try that on like Dragon Quest IV maybe, but I don't really see that happening anytime soon. But yeah, this fight is comparable to when I did the Resistance crew, when they had to fight Ladja. This gets ridiculous. It's really sad, though. Ah, there you go. Yeah, we don't have the attack power, unfortunately. Alright, who's leveling up, anyway? Newton! Newton has maxed out his level. Fun fact, the wiki says he gains MP, like 50 MP, but I think it was wrong, as it looks like. But anyway, that's it for Ladja. I will meet you at Bjorn next. See you there. Okay guys, we're here at, well, I was about to say Ladja, that's the wrong name there, at Bjorn, and we're pretty good to go, I'd say. Also, I may still be a little bit sick, so my voice might not be quite up there yet, but I think it's getting there. Anyway, here's our levels. We didn't level up too much more, I don't think any, since Ladja. But we may as well just go over our stats once more, just to be sure. We got Roxy here with still being our best tank, but also actually some decent damage going for him. Newton's our strongest attacker, and I did give him basically all the life and resilience seeds since he maxed out his level, and he's gonna need more HP to survive some of the later stuff. So that's why I gave them all to him. And as for the Old Man of the Sea, Nereus, well, I didn't give him any seeds that I'm aware that I can remember at the moment, so he's just set and ready though. Anyway, let's go over our item setup. Now, for this fight, you actually want to go with the Icicle Dirk on Roxy, since Roxy's going to be attacking in this fight instead. And it does more damage than the Ionosphere because of the thing I mentioned last time, where because there's no resistance to ice on Bjorn, the Icicle Dirk does more damage. So, there you go. He also still has his Metal King Shield, Thinking Cap, and Devil Armor. I have a Fairy Foil on him, but I don't believe I'll be using it on him. It's easier to revive him than it is to consistently keep him up healed and all that, but he does have a Paxa Punch to help him out, and a Yiggly for if shit gets really bad. Then we have Newton. Newton, of course, also has the Icicle Dirk. You also could use the Fire Claw. It gets a bonus to its damage, but because Icicle Dirk is stronger than the Fire Claw, you may as well go with the Icicle Dirk. As for, well, gear's basically the same. We got a couple Yigglies, a Fairy Foil, which he will use, and the Zenithian Shield, which is rather important, and a Paxa Punch. Once again, just to get the extra attack out. Yiggly, though, is just for the emergency and all that. And then Nereus is going to be playing our supporter here. He has the Staff of Salvation, Fairy Foil, which he will be using as well. He's also got the Yigdu in case everyone gets hurt pretty equally, and we really need to keep everyone up or something. Emergency Yiggly, and a couple Paxa Punches in case we do have to revive somebody and we need to replace the Paxa Punch on them. Zenithian Sword in case Bjorn gets too buff happy. So, but because Nereus has the bounce spell, he'll be using that on himself at least. But he could also give it to Roxy. I find that would be a bit of a waste though, because Nereus is going to be busy healing, and having to worry about having to bounce both himself and Roxy, it's just a little too convoluted. So we're not going to be doing that unless something in the moment changes my mind. All my test runs though, I've been successful, though my last one was a little bit sloppy. So we'll see how this fight goes either way. I'll meet you at the fight because we have a long intro, so I shall see you there. For boss time against Bjorn the Behemoose. Alright, first things first, Monster's just going to show off whatever's in his inventory. We're going to have Roxy go ahead and Paxa Punch themselves. Newton's going to use their Zenithian Shield. And Nereus is going to use Bounce on themselves. Right? Roxy gets the first hit. Alright. You're going to have Roxy attack. We're going to have you now Paxa Punch it yourself. You are going to go ahead and Fairy Foil yourself. Alright. Still going. You guys attack. I'm going to have you go ahead and Salvation Newton. Alright, there's the buff on himself. In that case, well, Monsters is just sticking around right now. We're going to actually use Fairy Foil on the two of them. And we're going to have you go ahead... You know what? I'm going to Fairy Foil one more. And we're going to use the Bounce spell after this. Because right now he's completely buffed up, but we may as well go ahead and keep our defenses up. Alright, I'm going to say... Do I want an extra round? You know what? Yeah, let's take one more round on this. I'm going to bounce spells. I could heal Roxy instead too, but keeping the bounce up is really important. Alright, your defenses are good. You're going to go ahead and attack, and I'm going to have you go ahead and Zenithian Sword it. You know, this is the time when he's going to go ahead and get sap, isn't it? Oh, no. Oh, and finally Monsters goes down. Alright, that's a little dangerous, but okay. You two attack, you gotta heal yourself. Nereus should be fine. You'd have to double attack him, which is a little rare. Alright, you two can still keep attacking, and Nereus, it's in your best interest to heal yourself more. Okay, that's still alright. Roxy might go down, though. Go ahead and heal Newton. I'm thinking go ahead and Yigdu now. We probably don't... This is not like the most dire of dire, but I feel like it's a little too hard to catch up. Bounces spells are down. Well, you attack. And why don't you both put it up, just so I can... It's a little easier to keep track when they both put it up. He hasn't even used Kasap yet, though. It's weird. Alright, I'm gonna have you go ahead and focus strike? There's no reason for him not to use it as a Zenithian Sword, though. So go ahead and you two attack, and you just heal Roxy. Oh wait, I did that wrong. I was supposed to use the Zenithian Sword. I literally said it. Jeez. My bad. Let's try that again. There you go. Yeah, it's weird. This time he's not using the sap. Alright. You guys can attack one more time, and then... I'm gonna say... Heal Newton. You get the more out of it, actually. And we're gonna have to re-up bounce now. You attack. And... Oh, right. I'm so not used to having two people with bounce. I mean, I know I had it in a past party, but it's still weird. Alright. We're gonna have to heal, so I'm gonna have you focus strength, which means... Bounce is already completely up, so why don't you instead Inferno, because that'll do at least the damage we need. And you go ahead and heal Roxy up. Excuse my... my sickness here, guys. I know I'm kind of speaking a little low at the moment. This isn't good. We really could use that, Yeah, I'm gonna have you in just Inferno anyway. We really could use that Zenithian Sword. Maybe I should have put it on Newton instead. That seems like that would have been the better idea in the end. Oh! Well, there you go. Finally that came in handy. Yeah, Roxy's a little bit down, but that's okay. You two attack, and I'm gonna have... We need healing, but I want to at least have some with bounce up, so I'm going to have him recast it on himself, and you heal yourself. Very good. Alright. Yeah. We're going to have to let Nereus lose his bounce, and just go ahead and heal Newton. I'm gonna say heal Roxy now. At least that bounces up still. This is gonna get tough. I'm actually going to have Newton defend so that Nereus can heal themselves. Alright, now you should be able to attack okay, but Nereus may go down here. Luckily Newton's fast, though, so that if Nereus goes down, he could go ahead and revive him. Oh, but we got it! Alright. Yeah, it was a little risky there, not gonna lie, but generally, it's very doable, and bounce is very amazing for this. But alright, with Bjorn down, this means that we can go ahead and level up. But not only level up, but also go ahead and pick up our fourth party member. Excuse me. I was trying to hold that back. Ooh, nice stats too. Oh, and we finally learned Zing, which means if we want to, anytime a wild battle gets too annoying, we could just have Roxy blow themselves up. But in any case, let's go ahead and meet our next party member when we fight Queen Ferz. And there's our ultimate key. I'll see you there. Hey guys, alright, we're here for the Queen Ferz fight. And I do have our 4th party member, but because I'm not going to be using them in this fight, I'm not going to go over them until we get to King Korol. But anyway, for Queen Ferz, it's mostly easy because, as usual, her critical flaw is that, or their critical flaw is that they only can attack once per turn. Never twice. So they're going to be actually pretty easy, though doesn't mean we won't be a little bit challenged. Anyway, to go over our item setup, here's our 4th party member, by the way. It's a Beastmaster, but again, I'll go over the details in a bit. For now, though, let's see. For Roxy, you want to be on the Ionosphere because Queen Ferz does resist ice a lot more. Resist ice in general, so you want to go for the better attacking weapon in that case. Paxa Punch because he needs it. Fairy Foils, just because you can. And that's about it, because they don't have Disruptive Wave. Then for Newton, we actually want to switch to the Fire Claw, because as mentioned, Queen Ferz does resist ice. They do resist some fire, but Fire Claw does just a like 10-ish more damage than the Icicle Dirk. You may as well get that extra 10, you know? I think it's like 10-ish more when you're oomphed anyway. When you're not oomphed, I think it's a little bit, the difference is a little less. Who knows for sure, I didn't test that part out. But we also have a Zenithian Shield that I'm probably not going to use, but a Paxa Punch and a couple of Yiggly's and a Fairy Foil, as usual. And now we bring in Nereus. Now you may notice Nereus no longer has the Graham Whip, and that's because the Beastmaster has much better physical attack than Nereus, so may as well give them that whip since that's their ultimate weapon as well. Let's see. Still rocking the Staff of Salvation. We picked up another Yigdu for just in casesies, Paxa Punch, and Fairy Foil just in case we need to give it to one of the other people's, and a Yiggly. Zenithian Sword's not necessary here, but, well, Nereus is now our holder of the Zenithian Sword for the time being, so that's why it's left in there. But anyway, why don't we just go ahead, get started. The strategy's nothing too complicated. But anyway, yeah, so we gotta say no twice and yes twice. Otherwise, you get cursed if you say yes too many times. It's no, no, yes, yes, thank you. Yeah, it's a shame Queen Ferz is not a very exciting boss, but they are still... They can be challenging enough, you know? I don't think I've had a monster party that they were very challenging. Anyway, it's boss time, Queen Ferz. Alright, so monsters has to be alive for this, so, you know, I reduced them to 1 HP. Though, when I realized a little late, I set him up, and then when I got here and I did my test run, I was like, oh right, monsters has Kerplunk. Duh. Because he had to be level 30 to recruit the Beastmaster. So he had access to it. But, oh well. We're just going to go ahead with this anyway. Well, actually, nah. We may as well Kerplunk now, just so that he doesn't do too much helping with being a meat shield. Anyway, I'm going to say start off with a Paxa Punch on Roxy. And then the other two are going to do a Fairy Foil. And I fucked up with Nereus. I forgot to take him off his tactics. But don't worry about it. That's why I'm glad I did Kerplunk. But I definitely just wasted a turn. I had him on Focus on Healing for Wild Battles. That's my bad. You know what, though? I don't want to have to re-record it, so we're just going to leave that in there. Anyway, your Paxa Punch, you can attack, but I'm going to give you one Fairy Foil. You Fairy Foiled, so you can do one Paxa Punch. And you may as well Fairy Foil. Everyone gets at least one level of Fairy Foil on them. It's just a good idea to help reduce some damage. Anyway, these two can just go ahead and attack, and Nereus is just going to heal. Nereus did learn the Crackle recently. Actually, I'm going to have you Focus Strength if you can do so. Nereus learned the Crackle recently, so they have some damage options. Unfortunately, as mentioned, Ferz has a resistance to ice, so it doesn't really help us in this case. It's a shame, really. Very good damage, though, going on here. I would put Bounce for the Crackle, but it's not worth worth it really at all to keep up. If Nereus has nothing better to do, that's when I'll probably use it. But they can always heal at least. Alright, go ahead and heal Roxy. Oh yeah, and as far as I could tell, all of them are keys because all the little in battle chat kept mentioning raise it over his head, so that's why I'm gonna keep with the he pronouns for them. But yeah, this is generally it. All you have to do is just keep up the healing and let them go ahead and attack. The Crackle only does negligible damage to everybody. Enough that Staffless Evasions can handle it. Now, if you really want to be a little bit safer, you could have everybody just go ahead and use their fairy foils up all the way. But I don't think it's necessary. Also, I forgot to focus strength, so my bad there. I was kind of going into auto mode there. But yeah, luckily everyone has a decent resistance to fire breath and some spells, so... So the wind weakness that we all have is, at best, everyone only has a little bit of resistance to ice breath, exception Nereus. I believe Nereus has very good resistance. And I think only one person has equipment that could actually resist ice breath. So we might be in trouble around, what's it called? Around Nimzo and possibly Estark. So not looking forward to that quite yet. Also, I gotta keep remembering to use the focus strength. It's only like 20 extra damage going on between 2 turns, but it's still pretty nice. Yeah, like that's 241. That's pretty damn good. Okay, you attack. But yeah, not much else to this fight. That's a 253. I want to look at his regular attack, so I'm going to have him just regular attack this time. Oh, well. Not a big deal either way. I know focus strength always is a positive, though, so... Anyway, that's it for Queen Ferz. Is it Nereus who got a level up? Yes, it is. Nice. Alright. Anyway, I'll see you at King Korol, and I'll introduce our new party member. I'll see you there. Alright, we're here at King Korol now. And now we can go ahead and introduce our newest party member, Whippet. Whippet Good. They are a Beastmaster, as mentioned before. They have a little bit of an eclectic type of equipment pool that I'll go over in a bit, but for now, here's their main stats. Their strength is actually pretty decent. It's not the worst or anything. It's higher than Nereus's, but less than Newton's. So Newton, we didn't give any strength seeds at this moment yet. Agility's pretty good. I gave him exactly 1 maxed out agility seed, as in +3, just to kind of give him a slight better edge than King Korol, because I'm keeping the meteorite bracer over on Nereus. So his resilience is pretty high, though. I mean, yeah, highest of everybody here actually. So good for him. Wisdom is up there. I did give him my wisdom seeds just because now that we have everybody and no one's below 20, it doesn't matter who you give the wisdom to. So figured why not give it to him? Maybe it'll help his MP growth, which, speaking of, is pretty bad, as you can see. Only 46 MP. But now he is only level 13, so there's that going for him. But still, he has multi-heal, and multi-heal is really expensive, so he can only use it literally twice, and then he's done. But I have a workaround for that. But anyway, yeah, so Whippet is essentially going to be our healer for this party, but also our sometimes attacker, too. In fact, our party is actually pretty eclectic. Roxy's the tank with some attack, Newton's our fragile attacker with some area of effects, Whippet's our healer with some physical attacking and support abilities, and Nereus is mostly a mage with some mixed support. So it's kind of nice. Let's go over our item setup now. We're not going to be using any packs of punches or buffs for this because he has Disruptive Wave and it tends to waste our turns more than anything. It has resistance to Crackle enough that I'd rather not give the Claw to Roxy, so he's better off with the Ionosphere. sorry, the dirk, but it's a nice claw, essentially. But we have the Yiggleys and the standard Elfin Elixirs. The Rockbomb Shard I was playing around with, but it's honestly, in the end, not really worth it. So, ignore that. Next up is Newton, and as mentioned, there's resistance to Crackle, but there's also an equal resistance to fire, so you're better off going with the strongest in this case, which is the Icicle Dirk. Sadly, that is the strongest weapon Newton has, at least that I'm aware of. Can't equip the Poison Claw that we picked up, which is sad. But got a couple Yiggleys and an Elfin Elixir, not much excitement there. Now for Whippet here, well, Whippet we've given the Gringham Whip as mentioned before because they have the better attack. Flowing Dress is honestly their best piece of equipment just for the resistances. It gives good fire resistances. The Flame Shield's pretty good because it also helps with the Ice Breath, which is where Whippet does not have any resistance to naturally. And the Thinking Cap for his best helmet at this time. I also picked up an Elfin Charm over in Mantle Place where I recruited him, so gave it to him since he's the healer, but it's not necessary for this fight. Then we have some Yiggleys, again the Rockbomb Shards I was trying stuff out with, but we also have the Dark Shield. Now, I only have one of these, so I ended up taking that away from Nereus, because defense doesn't matter in this fight, really. The only physical attack that Korol has is a critical hit, which always will deal 105 damage, and not one more or less. So, there's no reason to really worry about your defense much, and in fact, if you really want to use a bunch of items, this is the case where you can get rid of any, non-resistant gear, and just go with that. Like, honestly, Flowing Dress you'd want to keep, but the Hades Helm you wouldn't really need to bring with you, and considering Nereus' poor attack, you don't even need to have his weapon on him, but we don't have a need for the extra item room. He'll still be using our Staff of Salvation. He's still the Mirite Bracer user, because I like having him as the spot healer when needed. Some Yiggleys, the Yigdu for if shit gets really bad, but generally we shouldn't need it. An Elfin Elixir for Whippet only, because Whippet's the only one that we might need it for. And Rockbomb Shards, again, was testing, don't really need them. But, alright, that's our item setup. Why don't we get started? I do like our party. It's actually kind of balanced. I'm just a little worried for the later fights, though, because these are the mostly abusable fights since they only can attack once per turn. Thanks for summoning the wagon that we'll not even use. For boss time against King Korol. Alright, so for this, we're going to have... He's most likely going to use his breath first, so I'm actually not going to have Roxy focus strength, because he usually defends after breath. So why don't you go ahead and attack instead. Now, Newton's attack is just slightly less than Inferno. It can sometimes reach Inferno's damage or slightly more, but generally you're better off going with the direct damage there with Inferno, so that's what we're doing. We're going to start off with Dark Shield, which will give us Absorb Magic on Whippet, so anytime a magic spell happens, you'll gain some of the MP back, and which you could definitely use. But also, never gets dispelled either, so that's a great thing. And as for Nereus, well, Nereus is going to actually be a mage this time, and just crackle. He does actually pretty good damage. In fact, the highest damage we could do at the moment. Alright, here comes the Cold Breath. Oh, wow, nice crit. Alright, now we're going to have him Focus Strength. You're going to breathe. You're going to multi-heal, and you're going to spot heal Whippet just in case he decides to go for a critical hit on him, because the critical hit's like 105 exactly, so spot heal. Well, I guessed wrong, but that's okay. Good multi-heal. Now you can attack, you can breathe. Whippet can go ahead and attack this time, and you're going to spot heal up Newton. Yeah, Whippet doesn't have very good attack, but it's something. Alright, MP back. Okay, you attack, so you can Focus Strength, you can Inferno, attack, and... The one that would get the most out of this heal would be Newton. Also, Nereus doesn't need to worry about the breath attacks, because Nereus has probably the best ice breath resistance in this party. Okay, go ahead and attack, and let's focus on Whippet. Also, sorry if my voice kind of teeters in and out. I'm still not over my sickness. Well, that wasn't too bad. Go ahead and Focus Strength, Inferno, And you can just go ahead and attack while we heal up Whip It again. He's not breathing on us, which is interesting. This is going to be a little tricky. You go ahead and attack Inferno. Yeah, we're going to be a little low on MP, but that's okay. You're going to multi-heal, and you have to stab the Salvation yourself. Let's see, how risky did I do that? That was a little risky. I probably should have healed Whip It instead, because if the breath attack went off before Whip It went, that could have hit a higher damage range that killed him. But in any case, we're okay. I forget if he focused strength or not, or if he attacked. I think he attacked, so go ahead and focus strength, Inferno. Yeah, go ahead and multi-heal. And use Salvation Whip It just in case of a critical hit attack on him. I'm gonna drink some water just to help my throat here. Alright, not too bad. So you can attack, you do breath, you attack, and you heal up Newton. Yeah, Nereus doesn't get to attack very often, though. Good, got some MP back, that's good. Oh, you already attacked, so you gotta focus. Inferno, attack, and go ahead and heal... Heal Whip It. Whip It's one most likely in danger. Yep. Alright, you're going to attack, breathe, multi-heal. Now this is where things get risky. All three of them, Newton, Whip It, and Nereus, may die if he gets critical hits before Whip It can go. I'm gonna say, go ahead and heal Whip It though. If I need to, yeah, okay. If I needed to, Newton could revive. Yeah, it would have been Newton that killed, okay. But Nereus and Newton are fast enough that they could heal, revive somebody if someone went down. Alright, I think you can focus strength now. I'm losing track a little bit here. You can attack, and you're going to heal Newton. If we don't get the MP for Whip It soon... Okay, we got it. I was going to say that Yigdu would be the next multi-healing that we do. Alright. Focus. I mean, you focused, so you attack. You can attack, and you're going to heal Newton. But yeah, every now and then Whip It's a little slower, so... Alright. We're all going to be okay because Nereus can spot heal Whip It. I think you attack, so you go ahead and focus. Multi-heal, and you spot heal Whip It. Oh, I'm glad I focused now. Alright, you can attack. You breathe. I think bounce is down, so I'm going to risk it because Nereus is nearly immune to ice anyway. Yes, okay. Getting that little bit of extra damage every now and then helps. Alright, he's got his MP, that's good. Breathe, attack. Ooh. Yeah, you gotta focus this time. Newton will get the most out of that heal. Alright. That's... I made the right call there. Go ahead and attack, which he might defend this, but that's okay. You are going to multi-heal, and you're going to heal Whip It. There. Alright. Good choices made here. You could focus then, now that you attacked. You go ahead and heal Newton. There's a chance that I could have given the Staff of Salvation to Whip It instead, but... And then the other stuff too, like the Meteorite Bracer, but in general, it doesn't seem like that would have been the best case. Best call. He just focused. Mostly because I like to make sure more than one person can heal at a time. You can get the most out of the heal. Okay, we're in safe ranges here. That's okay, because Whip It's going to get spot heal in a moment. Yes, you can multi-heal. You cannot. Oh, in that case, yeah, you're going to have to attack, and you're going to Yigdu. It happens. I might have to start using my Elfin Elixirs now. Oh, you've just focused, so go ahead and attack. At least Whip It can also do a decent amount of damage, too, whenever they don't need to heal. I did consider doing some more leveling, but I don't think it's necessary. It really isn't. You just attack, so you go ahead and focus, you Inferno, attack, and you're going to heal Whip It. Just to keep him healthy. But he's got the MP for multi-heal now. And there we go. But yeah, this party's actually decently fun. Also, I'm a little sad about the defend, but oh well. Focus up again. May as well top yourself off. Bounces up anyway, so I don't think the crackle would have worked. MP, yes. We should be getting the cold breath this time, which means I'm gonna actually give you the healing. Excuse me. Yeah, that was the right decision, man. But I do have... Ooh. We may be in trouble if you're too slow there, Whip It. Well, anyway, you got a multi-heal, and I'm gonna go ahead and just give Whip It the healing. Okay, he defended. We're alright. I'll be honest, it's kind of fun to balance our MP this way instead of just you going, oh, Elfin Elixir. Alright, go ahead and give Newton the healing. There might come a time where Newton ends up being the one that will be wielding the Staff of Salvation instead, but for now he's still very useful, so... But he's at max max level, so I don't know how much more we're going to get out of him. You should be able to attack, and I'm going to say, yeah, Salvation Whip It. We should focus on the healer. Whip It has a lot of levels to go, so you'll probably be much stronger later. Okay. Slightly risky. Oh, no, everyone's actually in safe ranges here. You just focused, so you can attack, you can multi-heal, and you may as well Staff of Salvation... Roxy, because Roxy has much more HP. Yeah, 90% of the time Whip It's going to be faster. But every now and then, he's a little bit slower. I think it happened once in this fight, but I didn't really point it out. Because I'm trying to remember the focus strength stuff here. Excuse me. Damn it. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be recording now, but I'm not that sick. I'm just, my throat's like, ugh. So, alright, you just focus, so you can attack, you can Inferno, you're gonna attack, and the lowest HP, go with Whip It. Whip It has better defense than Nereus already, thanks to his high resilience. That's why he's ahead of him. Alright, we're in a little bit of danger here. Alright. Only one of these two can survive. I'm going to say let Whip It be the one to survive if he decides to crit attack somebody. Oh, no, we're good. And that's it for King Korol. Slightly tricky and a little monotonous, but I kind of like that I was able to get that Absorb Magic in to really get that multi-heal going without going like, oh, have to spend a turn using an Elfin Elixir. Absorb Magic, seriously, guys. Don't sit on it. I think I found that out back in... Oh yeah, only 1 MP on his level up. In the Conks and Pips Monster Party run. That was probably where I realized how good Absorb Magic was, I think. I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, because sometimes my runs blend together. But alright, that's it for this side of the world. I'll meet you in the Underworld next, where we face... Yeah, we face Ladja once more. I'll see you there. Alright guys, we're here at Ladja, and my test runs have been proving mostly useful, but in my test runs, Ladja has not been spamming Burning Breath as much as he could, so it might still be a bit of a struggle. Anyway, why don't we go over our levels, since I leveled up quite a bit since last time. Roxy has maxed out and now is he's not going to be leveling up anymore. These are the stats that they're going to be with. The agility is only that high because I gave him the Meteorite Bracer for this fight, which I'll go over when I go over items, though. I also did give him a couple... Actually, all my remaining agility seeds just to boost him up to 50, so he could get to that 100 that we want. But otherwise, this is him. Then we have Whippet. Whippet leveled up pretty well, and the strength and resilience are really high up. I also gave them all my wisdom seeds just because I had nothing else better to do with them. And any mana seeds I picked up was also given to him too. But got a lot of HP, great defense. He's second in the party order because of that reason. And yeah, he's pretty solid. I'm actually surprised. But anyway, excuse me, still sick. Here's Nereus. Really bad strength, but natural agility is actually still pretty good. Just every once in a blue moon, Ladja is going to be a little faster than them, but very rarely. Resilience is fair, and wisdom's okay. Generally, they have okay HP and defense, but I have them third in the row because the biggest damage that we have to worry about is the breath attacks, which Nereus has extremely good resistance to. So despite having less HP than Newton here, Nereus is gonna be in third in line, just for this fight at least. And Newton here, as you can see, I gave them all my strength seeds, so this is them at max strength so that they could at least do some solid damage. Natural agility is still very good though, they could be still useful. Even in cases where I wouldn't want to use them, I probably would give them the Sage Stone just so they could help out if need be. Which, for Nimzo I might, but not for this fight. I still have to do some test runs for Nimzo though. Alright, but anyway, let's go over our items. Yeah, as you can see, I picked up the Hell Saber in the Nadiria's TNT board. I actually picked up 3 of them, I sold the other 2 though. He's the only one that could actually equip it though. So he's at his best gear right now. And Elven Charm, just because why not really, but Meteorite Bracer is the main thing, just so to get that 100 agility so he can move before Ladja, just so he can get the Stolo Staff in when you really need to. That's really the main thing. Obviously he's the Stolo Staff user because he's the only one immune to death, but the good thing is everyone here has at least some resistance besides Roxy anyway, who's immune. So Burning Breath shouldn't be as much of a threat, but, you know, we still get unlucky. So, Fairy Foil is on everybody because we want to have at least one on each person, just to help keep them up, since he does not have Disruptive Wave. And a bunch of Packs of Punches and an Elfin Elixir, just in case Whippet needs it, and also in case someone dies and we need to reapply a Pack set. Next up here is Whippet. Got the whip, because he whips it good. Flowing Dress, Thinking Cap, and Flame Shield are still the same. I gave him my extra Staff of Salvation that I picked up from the TNT board, so that he could do single target healing if need be, but otherwise he'll use multi-heal. Fairy Foil for defense, a couple of Elfin Elixirs, a couple Moonwort Bulbs in case we want Roxy to keep attacking and Whippet manages to resist a Burning Breath. Packs a Punch for himself because he actually can attack and help out a little bit, so he'll be mostly doing a mix of attack and healing. And a Yiggly for oh shit moments. Nereus, their best weapon that isn't the Ringham Whip is going to be the Staff of Resurrection, and everything else is their best at the moment too. They're going to be the Sage Stone user because their spells are completely resisted by Ladja, so the only thing they really have is healing and fairy foiling. But they also have Moonwort Bulbs to help with the paralyzed curing, Yiggly for emergencies, and Elfin Elixirs just for Whippet. And then we have Newton. Newton's in the back. He's using the Fire Claw because Ladja completely is immune to Crackle and Ice Breath, but has less resistance to fire, so this does, on average, a little bit more damage than the Icicle Dirt. So that's why he's got the Fire Claw. He also has his best helm, which is the Great Helm, which we picked up in Nadiria's town. Precaria, I think? I'm leaving the crude image on just in case it helps his damage. I don't think it does, but whatever. And he has the original Staff of Salvation, just for the absolute biggest emergencies. A Fairy Foil, a Yiggly, a couple Moonwort Bulbs, a couple Packs of Punches, and an Elfin Elixir. Everyone has at least one Yiggly, but in the deepest, direst of things, if I have to, I'll use Roxy's Kerplunk to revive people, but that should be a very, very last-ditch effort, because he's the only one that's immune to Burning Breath. So with my luck, he'd kerplunk and then everyone's alive, and then he just Burning Breaths everyone and they're stuck, you know? That would be my luck. But it's that last-ditch effort anyway. And it's kind of nice that I have someone that can actually utilize it pretty well. But alright, that's all the stats. I will meet you at the start of the fight because the intro's kind of long. I'll see you there. It's boss time against Ladja for the final time. Sorry, my throat's still kind of bothering me here. Anyway, we're gonna let monsters die first, so he's gonna say, "Oh yeah? Well, look at my royal insignia." I also got the ruinous shield on him just so that he'll die a little easier. You know what? Let's show him his face in the mirror. He didn't care for it, I guess. Alright, everyone's out. Now, the first thing we're gonna do, everyone gets one fairy foil in. And I'm gonna have you actually Pax of Punch Roxy instead. You're in the back. Just so we can have someone start the attack. That's okay. Yeah, you have nothing else that you need to really do right now, so you're going to attack. Now, you already fairy foiled. Why don't you Pax of Punch yourself? The damage was very minimal. You don't have a Pax of Punch, though, sadly. So you're going to go ahead and just put your defense up just a little higher, because that's your main weakness anyway. And you're going to Pax of Punch yourself. That kind of sounds funny out of context. Go Pax of Punch yourself! Okay, that's fine. Now, you guys can start the attack, and yeah, you don't have anything else other than healing. So, that's what we're doing. But yeah, everyone has very similar damage, with Newton being the strongest. Ooh. Okay, Whip It, you're going to have to help heal yourself. You're going to heal everybody, and you're going to attack. So far, so good. Okay. You know what? For shits and giggles, fairy foil yourself one more time. You heal, and you attack. Since you're in the second row anyway, you may as well. Okay, not too bad, and here's the danger. Alright, 2 paralyzed. That's not too bad. Go ahead and you take care of Whip It, and you go ahead and take care of Newton. Alright, I kind of hold my breath every time that happens. Keep it up on Whip It, and you go ahead on Nereus. Hopefully we won't run out of those bulbs, because that does help a lot. Okay, we're alright. That's not too bad. Go ahead, you can actually just get away with attacking right now, guys. And with just Sage Stone healing. I'm fine with the Blistering Breath, that's fine. That's not that bad for anybody here. Everyone has very good fire resistance. It's the ice that we're in danger of. So let's see if I jinxed it. With my luck anyway. Anytime I mention something, he's like, "Oh really?" Nope, we're good so far. I mean, the Ice Breath, at least everyone has a tiny bit of resistance at minimum. Whether it's natural or equipment. Alright, but luck's holding so far. Okay. That's alright. You can keep doing that. Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. A Sage Stone will cover that. But yeah, this is basically all we could do. It's a shame that we can't use Sap, because Whip It actually has access to that. Sadly, Ooh, everyone resisted it! Nice! Yes! Even that tiny bit of resistance helped for once. Everyone's actually in pretty good spirits. You know what? You have one more Fairy Foil you could do out of it. Yeah, go ahead. Max out your defense, may as well. Alright. And, uh-oh. Alright, 2 down. Get Whip It up. Do you have any more? You do. Go ahead and get Newton up. Oh, no. And that's 3. Alright. The first thing we want to do is get our best healer up, which would be Whip It. Okay. You're going to go ahead and get Nereus up. Do you have any? You do. Go ahead and get Newton up, because we're in okay HP range right now. And there's the cold breath. We've been waiting for that to happen. You can attack, you're going to multi-heal, Sage Stone anyway, and attack. I think multi-heal would cover us, but we may as well. There it goes again. It does hurt. Alright, yeah, you're going to attack, you got to multi-heal again, Sage Stone, and attack. Sage Stone might actually be enough just for this, but eh. Yeah, it was enough. Alright, I miscalculated. I'm actually going to go with it this time and just say you just only need a Sage Stone. Very good. Uh-oh. Alright, just one. That's okay. You can just keep the heal train going and you attack. Okay. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I got a little too excited there. Sorry if I don't sound more excited. Every time I get a little excited, I end up coughing. Ugh. But we should almost have him. Because we've been getting a lot of attacks in. I can't wait for Nimzo, though, because Nimzo's going to be actually where Nereus might be able to shine. Yes! We got him! Alright, and I almost coughed again. But that's it for Ladja. I'll see you guys at Nimzo, I guess, but that wasn't too bad. I think we got a little lucky. He could have been worse. He could have Ice Breath more. He could have Burning Breath more, but I think you guys could see that all it would take is just a little more rounds, really, if that happened, and generally we were okay. So, as I said, I'll see you at Nimzo. Okay guys, we're here at Nimzo, and the test run I did, I'm pretty sure we're good. Second form of Nimzo might be a little bit tough, but not very. So our stats haven't changed, so we're not going to go over that. I'm just going to go over our item setup. Roxy will be using his Hell Saber because I tried, and in the second phase, the Icicle Dirk does 10 less damage than the Hell Saber. I think the Hell Saber is just too much more attack than the bonus that the Ice Dirk gets, so yeah, just stick with the Hell Saber. We did pick up the Metal King Helm. He's the only one that can equip it, so Roxy's got the Metal King Helm for a little extra defense boost. Then, of course, Elfin Elixirs and Yig Leaves. Nothing too outrageous here. For Whippet, got his same gear on, Staff of Salvation. He's got the Dark Shield for the second phase of Nimzo here. This way he can get his MP back as he ends up using his multi-heals. He'll need it, but we also have Elfin Elixirs just in case, and some Yig Leaves as well. As for Newton, we're going to start with the Fire Claw, because the Fire Claw does better damage to Nimzo's first form. But in the second phase, the Icicle Dirk does better because they're both equally not resisted. So Icicle Dirk is just better because it has better attack. Simple enough, right, in the second phase. Staff of Salvation's on him as well, because he will be spot healing sometimes when needed, mostly when someone gets a critical hit or double attacked. And of course, got some Elfin Elixirs and Yig Leaves, and also the Zenithian Shield, just to proc a Disruptive Wave on second phase Nimzo every now and then. And now Nereus. For Nereus is sticking with the Sage Stone. I was debating on how to use him. I would give someone else the Sage Stone, because Nereus is actually pretty powerful in the second phase, but in the first phase, all of his spells are resisted, and his attack is shit. So, I could give him the Staff of Salvation instead, but then it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's too sloppy, and I tested it with him as the Sage Stone user, so we're better off doing this. But, you know, it might be worth giving the Sage Stone to Roxy, since Roxy's attack is only okay anyway, and Nereus' attack is very good in the second phase. But anyway, got the Yig Leaves, an Elfin Elixir, and a Zenithian Sword. I was debating on using this, but it was a just-in-case measure if I needed to get rid of the bounce spell in second phase Nimzo, but it's honestly not worth it. You're better off either healing or casting spells. One or the other, not really using the Zenithian Sword. Excuse me, still sick. But anyway, that's it for our item setup, I'm going to be cheesing first phase Nimzo, which does lengthen this episode a bit, so apologies on that. But anyway, you'll see what I mean. You should be familiar with this if you see my previous Monster Party runs. I'll meet you at the start of the fight because this part takes a while since Nimzo talks way too slow. I'll see you there. It's boss time. Final boss time. Alright, so we're going to cheese this, like I mentioned. We're going to send Nereus out because Nereus has the best cold breath resistance, and just defend. Nothing. And then we switch them back, and everyone can just unleash. Yeah, you just go ahead and attack. You have your Fire Claw? Yes. And you don't really have much else better to do. Yeah, you really don't have much else better to do. Go ahead and just attack, I guess. Look at it. Whopping 6 damage. Alright, we're going to switch it back. Oops. And Sage Stone because it heals the party in there too. And there you go. It's that easy. Everyone's just going to go ahead and attack, and you're going to Sage Stone. Yeah, it's going to be a little slow. Now, for this part, because there's enemies out, I'm going to let them get hit once with a cold breath, but if it gets too bad, I'll be switching back and forth still. So anyway, focus down Nimzo. You too. You're going to Inferno so you can help take out the other dudes. And you're going to go ahead and... You need to Sage Stone? You don't. You actually have nothing better to do. Go ahead and swoosh the... Oh wait, I want to keep his MP actually, so... Now, just defend. Also the bounce spell. I was a little worried about that. Because, yeah, he could take out the little enemies here. Alright. Just go ahead and focus down, Inferno, and Sage Stone. Sorry, I'm going to be coughing throughout this, probably. Not bad. Alright. Roxy's a little low on his HP, so I'm going to go ahead and switch them out. You're at full HP, so go ahead and Sage Stone to heal them in the back. You should be fine for one round of taking all this abuse from the Rectors. Okay, you're fine. Other than speed, this is probably the best way to get through this. You are lacking in speed, though. Oh, no. You got an Inferno and Sage Stone. For once, we're not using the Dragon Staff. It's kind of weird. Alright, they're down. Nice crit! Alright, we're in good shape. He's going to Cold Breath, so everyone can go ahead and attack anyway. And you're going to Sage Stone just to get Roxy up a little higher. 4, that's fine. This way, also, Nereus has something to do every time, too. And we could hopefully speed this along just a tiny bit. Because unfortunately, no one is like a epically great attacker here. Alright. Damn my throat. Alright, for this, let's just defend. Full breath, does nothing. And switch him back. It's only because everyone's out and also Roxy was a little on the low side. I could have Whip It help take out the Rectors, but it's not necessary. We'd rather focus down Nimzo here. That's not too bad. Yeah, you really love your bounce spells. I think Roxy can handle this time. Oh, no. I started going into muscle memory there. That's what I was doing for other fights. Alright, here comes the Cold Breath. Yeah, everyone else, it's like doing 100, though. Inferno and Sage Stone. Yeah, you can do that if you want. And now, these guys take the longest, I feel. Alright, now we're going to switch back over to just Nereus. Nereus, your HP is good. Go ahead and Sage Stone to heal them. Yeah, you keep using Bounce. Alright. Switch it back. If he didn't have Disruptive Wave... Well, actually, that's a thought. Maybe having... maybe having, the Fairy Foil would actually be a good idea here. Just for this part, because then, like, times then Nereus doesn't need to heal, could just buff his defense for the moments where he has to tank the Cold Breath and all. Alright, everyone's HP is in pretty good standard, so we're going to take this one. And just Sage Stone to top us off. Yeah, he hits a little harder, unfortunately. Newton's in trouble. Okay. Attack. You have to help out healing. You're still going to Breath, and you're going to Sage Stone. Newton might die. Okay, we're alright. That got a little dicey, and we probably shouldn't have bothered with tanking, but whatever. Go ahead and just heal everybody. Nereus may be in a little bit of trouble here. But not the worst trouble. He's mostly safe. Oops. Okay. You're going to do attack. You have to help out with the healing this time. Breath it, and Sage Stone. This is basically a way to mitigate needing to use our MP. Alright, for this, I'm actually just going to have you defend it. Okay. And then you guys could just go all out while you heal. That's okay. Everyone actually could tank this one this time. So you go ahead and Sage Stone it up. You breathe on us. Nasty, nasty breath. Okay. You guys can just keep attacking, and you Sage Stone. I love it when Sage Stone covers most of the damage. Ugh. Alright, now I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to go ahead and defend this time. It's really cool. I'm glad I ran into this with the Golem monster party. It helped so much figuring out new strategies and all, and this is actually a pretty good one, I think. It's not exciting or anything, but it works. It also makes a mage a pretty good tank. It's kind of funny, actually. But again, it does extend the game time a little bit here. We're in good shape, but I'd rather play it safe now. All of his summons do the extra attacks, which sucks, unfortunately. But luckily, defend is a pretty good option. Sage Stone. Thank you. Yeah, they're still not going down yet. Ugh. Just knock it off and die already. We're almost there. Ooh, I almost fled. Not like it would work, but still. Though it would be rather humorous if it let you. I feel like a Dragon Quest game did something like that before. I might be mixing it up with another game, though. And they left that funny message like, oh, you ready to actually fight now, or something? I think I'm thinking of another game, though. Alright, I'd rather not tank it yet, because we should almost be there. So we're just going to go ahead and defend. Go ahead, revive your buddy, I don't really care. Doesn't bother me, really. Okay. Go ahead, you two attack, breathe it, and... yeah, Sage Stone up. Alright, one of them's down, which means you'll probably revive. You know what? Everyone just go for it. top them off, but just go for it. It sucks, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta do a little bit more. Excuse me again. I'm trying to cover the mic so I don't cough on the mic, so apologies if it's not as very good here. What are we gonna do? You actually could do an attack, breathe, and heal because this is not the cold breath round. Thanks to tanking it last time. Settle down. Oh, thank you for that crit, Roxy. That rocked. Pun intended. Okay, that was first form. And I'm going to fast forward this part. We're Admiral Fighters, guys. Hooray! Bad tidings, blah, blah. We know. Scream, scream, suffer, suffer, sacrifice. You're an almighty Nimzo. And you're going to change your body permanently to prove it. This tickle in my throat's never going to go away, it feels like. Sorry. I'm a little sad that I had to record it while I'm a little bit sick, so, but... Anyway, it's time for final boss time! Against Grandmaster Nimzo in his true form. Alright, so, nothing special for you. You are just going to attack. You are going to set up your Dark Shield. You're going to switch to the Icicle Dirk. Excuse me. And attack. And you are going to Sage Stone. Good hit. Ow. Alright, you got some MP out of that. You're going to attack. You need to help out with the healing. Let me see. 75 plus 150, 70. It should be enough. Yeah, it should be enough with Sage Stone and Staff of Salvation. Oh yeah, fun fact, Roxy has a little bit of resistance to what do you call it, the sap spell, so kind of nice, actually. Everybody attack. I'm going to say go ahead and multi-heal this time. And Sage Stone with it. Good. Yeah, Nereus is not going to get their chance until we know a bounce spell has gone down. You can get away with just doing that. Actually, no, you go ahead and attack, and let him just keep Sage Stoning for now. Alright, that's a second Kasap. You two attack, you're going to go ahead and Zenithian. You know what? Just in case he has a bounce up, let's just prove he doesn't. This way he'll either reapply the bounce or Disruptive Wave us. Alright, he did neither, but that's fine. You go ahead and multi-heal, attack, and you're going to Kaswoosh. Kaswoosh has the best damage that he could do, because better than Crackle, and not quite like Frizzle, but still pretty good. Alright. You guys can actually attack, and yes. And hey, you can too! Alright, that's round one of Kasap. It actually affected Roxy this time too. Alright, you're just going to heal yourself. Attack, and you're going to attack. Alright, MP for you! Oh, wait, he forgot to reapply it. Darn. In that case, Dark Shield up, and you have to Sage Stone this time. I gotta remember that after the Disruptive Waves. Ah, that sucked. You know what, you go heal yourself. You're gonna attack, and you know what? Yeah, let's force him. This way he gets distracted with bouncing or disrupting. Well, bouncing anyway. MP for you. Alright, go ahead and multi-heal. You're gonna attack. I think to be safe we should Sage Stone because we do have a Kasap on us too. Yeah, that was the right move. Alright, Noon's gonna have to bounce up. Ooh, yeah, heal yourself. get a bounce spell up, and Sage Stone to help out with it. Good, we forced that. I don't know if bounce spell is up on him still or not, so I'm going to Disruptive Wave with Nereus. Heal yourself, attack. Yeah, anytime I'm not sure, I'd rather just do that. Alright, bounce is up, I gotta remember that, so which means, not bounce. Dark Shield was down, so go ahead and do this. That was one Kasap. Not the high roll there, but Kaswoosh has a wide damage range. I think we need to Sage Stone instead. So I'd rather get some damage out, so let Whippet attack. Whippet does okay. Not great. Alright, go ahead and heal, attack, and Kaswoosh. It's thanks to the Magic Marionette that I realized Kaswoosh is pretty good against him. Alright, that's a second Kasap, I think? No, that's a first Kasap. Which means... Actually... Anyone need spot healing? Roxy could use a little more. Good damage. Ow. Yeah, why don't you help out healing this time, while you go ahead and Kaswoosh. Because Kaswoosh usually does better damage than Newton. Not that time. Oh, we are fully Kasapped. We gotta get bounce up. Heal, bounce, and Sage Stone anyway. That's fine. You got some MP out of it. Good. Okay, heal yourself, attack, and he doesn't have bounce on himself. So then Kaswoosh. Doing okay. A little touch and go at times. Alright, our defense is overset, at least. You're going to attack. I need you to Dark Shield up again. You go ahead and help heal Roxy, and you do too. I wanted to get that up before I forgot it. Okay, that hurt. Heal, attack, and I'm going to go ahead and let you just Kaswoosh. Reviving is not the worst in case. Nice crit! Yeah, he's in Meditate phase. He's not going to use Bounce again. Ooh, that's a lot. Go ahead and heal. I'm going to have you go ahead and Zenithian, and you Kaswoosh. Alright, Fire Breath is not a problem. Not as big of a problem anyway. Alright, he Disruptivated? Yeah, that's the word. Okay, Multi-Heal. This time. Yeah, you can go ahead and multi-heal. You're going to have to get a Dark Shield up later, though. Attack and Kaswoosh. This is the rushdown phase anyway. That's fine. Alright, you can Dark Shield now, and you guys can afford to just go all out. Alright, Fire Breath, that hurts a bit. You can get away with just using the Staff of Salvation this time. Because I don't even think we're Kasapped yet. Alright, this is going to be a multi-heal now. Oh, definitely a multi-heal. We actually might need a Sage Stone, too. Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, Nereus is unfortunately like a mixed healing and support here. I mean, and attack. Oh! Desperate phase! It's okay that Newton died. I'm okay with this. We skipped the meditate... Well, we didn't skip, but we got past the meditate phase. We're almost there. Go ahead and revive and... Ooh, I can't get too excited. Damn it, my throat. We don't even need to lure out Disruptive Wave anymore. We could, but we don't need to. You know what? Just multi-heal. Because I want to get Kaswoosh in instead. Yeah, we have 2 more hits of multi-heal. And Kasap doesn't matter at this point. Alright, 215, that's alright. You're gonna help heal, and so are you. This Kaswoosh does better damage usually. Ooh, was a little slow. Well, at least he didn't follow up with an attack. Alright, yeah, you need a multi-heal. You guys go ahead and attack it. This is a little bit better than my test run. I only did one. But the strategy seems pretty safe. Uh-oh. Okay. We're okay. You can multi-heal. You got extra MP right now. I'm gonna let Roxy risk it, because we're almost there. Alright, kaboom. MP for you. Nice. Yeah, we can actually just spam multi-heal now, and this way Nereus can spam Kaswoosh. That's why I love that Dark Shield so much, guys. It's so good. Not sure how we're going to do Estark yet, but still, it's pretty good. I guess spot heal. Oh, not even much. You're better off just attacking then. You may as well. He's almost there. Alright, multi-heal's coming soon. Ooh, yes, MP. Multi-heal, attack, and I'm gonna say go ahead and Kaswoosh. The most dangerous thing is his physical attack at this point. Excuse me again. MP, nice. Nah, you can just spot heal yourself. I was about to multi-heal just for one. I love how Staffs of Salvation are so good, though. Oh, boy. Multi-heal, definitely. At least we got the MP for it. But I'm going to play it risky and not bother Sage Stoning or extra Staffs of Salvation here. That's right. We got him. Okay. That was pretty good. I love that strategy. That was fun. I love it when I'm able to use spells against the bosses, because most of them are so immune or highly resistant that you don't bother. Physical damage is usually better in Dragon Quest V, but Zap and Whoosh and Kafrizzle are like the three best spells you could use. Anyway, now that that's done, I'll meet you at Estark. See you there. Okay guys, we're here against Estark. Also, my voice is doing a little better, but it's still on the lower register, so apologies if that's an annoyance, or if you enjoy it, well then enjoy it for now. In any case, I had to max everyone out on levels. Now, I might have been able to do it slightly earlier, but I was looking at the HP and I was like, yeah, Nereus didn't have that much HP at max. I mean, at the levels we had him before, so I was like, I want to wait till you get to 300, and then by the time I was like at level 49 when he was above 300, and I was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and max him out. But you can see the HP is pretty good, though, for them. Now, let's go over all their stats at max levels, because everyone's maxed out here. Alright, first up we got Whippet. Whippet's got pretty damn good strength and is actually our strongest person on the team. Yeah. It's kind of bad because they're also our healer, and they're going to be mostly healing, but at least they can contribute to help with healing if needed. Sort of like how we did with the Orc King, who was also a very good attacker, but mostly had to heal. Also, we actually have our healer in the front line, which is not something I usually do, but he also has the HP and defenses to work for it. He's actually suitably fast too, but I did not give them the Meteorite Bracer because I felt it was better in the hands of Nereus still. Though, you can mix and match probably. It probably won't make too big of a difference either way, but I like Whippet being slightly slower so that I gave the War Drum over to Newton, and Newton's faster than him, so I'd rather have Newton charge up Whippet to get a better attack in. So that's my preference anyway, but you can mix and match if you do something like this. But yeah, good stats all around. I was actually surprised how decent Whippet really is. It's just that you get them so late that it's usually you already have your declared healer, usually your son. Anyway, let's go to Roxy here. Now Roxy, once again, has Mudraker's type stats. A lot of HP and strength, and decent strength. Not even a lot of strength, just decent strength. Just the rest of the stats go downhill from there. I really wish they gave him a little more resilience, though. But he does have actually some good resistances, at least. Got that going for him. So I would say he's a little bit better. But yeah, look at the defenses though. If he actually had the same resilience as Whippet, his equipment choices are so good. Like, I gave him the Metal King helm and shield here. He can't equip the armor though. If he could, oh my god, that'd be so much better. Still, it'd only probably be like 40 more, so he'd be edging out slightly. But yeah, Roxy's slightly fragile, unfortunately. But overall, still, he's mostly just going to attack for this fight here. Now, Nereus. Nereus naturally has 105 agility, which would be slightly slower than Whippet, which is why I decided to give him the Meteorite Bracer. But yeah, terrible strength, but resilience is actually moderate. You know, like, you know what? I mean, it's not as good as Rockbomb because, you know, their equipment choices and all, but still, it's solid, you know? I appreciate a mage with some defenses here. Wisdom doesn't matter, luck doesn't matter for him either. So, yeah, that's him for general stat-wise, but at least he's got some HP, and his MP is surprisingly good. It's a shame that we're not really going to be using it much, though. And now Newton. I already mentioned before I gave him all my strength seeds, so he could actually be a pretty good attacker. And you know what? He is the third best attacker, but he actually does more consistent damage than the other two, mostly because he attacks a little bit more often and also has the slight boost from the Icicle Dirk. I'll go into that in a moment when we go over items. Agility is actually respectable, 109, so slightly faster than Whippet, usually goes faster. It's weird to have people with such similar agilities, though, on the team that isn't slow, I mean. Resilience is actually moderate, but definitely needed better equipment choices. That's what's really hindering the defense, and not being able to equip a shield sucks. And luck is mostly from the crude image, probably, but you know what? I feel like it helps with the crits. But yeah, his defenses are pretty terrible, and his HP is not the best. But you know what? He's usable. He's kind of like the Draki, except the Draki at least could open level. So, that's it for stats. Let's go over our items. Alright, so these are the equipment choices. Flame Shield helps with the Ice Breath a little bit. Flowing Dress helps with the Fire. And also the magic as well. Both of these do help with magic. I think they're only elemental magic though, so I don't know if they help with... I don't believe they help with Kaboom, but I haven't checked recently, so... Staff of Salvation, so he could do some single target healing and some Yig Leaves. I gave him the Rebirth Stones because I believe that getting into the healer is the best option here. And also a couple Elfin Elixirs and Yig Leaves. We will be using the Elfin Elixirs on Whippet because they're going to go through their MP fast. That's the other reason I leveled them up. Whippet's MP was really low, like before you guys saw it was like 40s and 50s. So I needed to get it up a little higher so that Elfin Elixirs are actually useful. And I don't have to rely on the Dark Shield because this guy's going to be disruptive waving our drum often. So that's our choices there. Now for the Rockbomb, I already mentioned, we've got the Metal King shield and Metal King helm here for best defenses. He's the only one that can equip them. I wish Newton could equip the Metal King helm, but it probably is better in Roxy's hands anyway, come to think of it. Now, Roxy's got the Yig Leaf, yes, but also has a bunch of Elfin Elixirs, and that's because they're my primary choice for giving MP to Whippet. Mostly because Whippet is going to be going faster, so it's a good idea. So Whippet can use their last multi-heal, and they'll be down to like 3 MP or 0 MP, and then in the same turn, we'll be able to get all the MP back. That's the plan. Anyway, I just have to keep track of the MP. Excuse me. I'm still not quite fully up and ready with my health right now, so still got the cough. But yeah, and a couple Yig Leaves as well, just in case. And now, here we have Nereus. I'm actually going to do one item change once we're done going over the items, though, so I'll let you know. They got the Sage Stone, good. It just worked best for them. I thought about giving it to Newton, but Nereus attacking, honestly, doesn't help much because, one, their attack power sucks, and their spells, unfortunately, Estark resists them very well. Only Crackle does decent damage. Swoosh is resistant big time, and lightning is he's completely immune to. So, which by the way, Nereus does have a lightning skill, not a spell. Same one that Golem and what's his name, our pet tiger has. But yeah, unfortunately though, he's not an attacker. He's a healer, a healer support person. So he'll be mostly Sage Stoning. He has the emergency Yigdu if we really need to use it. Now, one thing I'm going to change is I'm going to get rid of one Elfin Elixir for one more Yiggly, because Nereus is probably the better reviver in this case. And the Zenithian Sword's literally just for the first turn to get rid of Bounce, so that anytime Nereus does have a moment, he could actually cast a Crackle. Otherwise, he'll just be defending, and I find that kind of lame. It's just something for him to do. But I'm actually going to go ahead, throw that out. Do I have another? Yes, I do have another Yiggleaf. Let's just go ahead and do that now. My last test run, I realized he needed at least one more. Alright, now let's go to Newton. Newton's best helm is the Great Helm. We already knew this is stuff from before. Now, Fireclaw versus Icicle Dirk. While the Fireclaw is resisted less than the Icicle Dirk, the Icicle Dirk still has enough of a boost that it's better. So, you want to go Icicle Dirk for this fight. Now, Staff of Salvation for emergencies, and he will be using it sometimes, but most of the time he'll be war drumming or attacking, with healing on the side. He also does have Yiggleaves and Elven Elixirs, just in case if we need it. Standard stuff, though. I almost always, fill in the space with Elven Elixirs and Yiggleaves whenever needed. That's just common. But yeah, the reason I chose him to be the War Drum user, though, I was debating, I could give it to Nereus, so that way he could attack, but then it's sometimes you need to be healing. But then it's oh, well, I could give the Sage Stone to Newton, but then Newton will probably not be able to ever use his attack power to, well, attack. And Nereus might be standing there just being okay, everyone's oomped. I could attack for 10 damage, or I could use my Crackle, which is not affected by it. So it's that doesn't work. And Roxy does better damage oomphed than Crackle does from Nereus, so you can't give him the Sage Stone or the War Drum. And Whippet's gonna be too busy multi-healing, so you don't want to give him the drum, and the Sage Stone would be kind of redundant. So, in the end, it's just better to give Newton it. So, that's the reasoning behind that. Anyway, why don't we go ahead and get started. Now, when I did my test runs, they took about 50 turns, roughly, each. I think my last test run was 51, because I got a little unlucky. Alright, anyway, it is time. Yeah, move a little bit, and bonus boss time with Estark. Sadly, I can't get my voice too much higher, or else I'm going to start squeaking or coughing. Alright, so, we don't have any setup to do with you. You can attack. Same with Roxy. Don't bother focus strengthening. Excuse me. For Nereus is actually going to attack to start, because he doesn't need to set up anything, doesn't need a Sage Stone, he's going to be going first, so go ahead and could Crackle. And Newton will set up the War Drum. Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot, that's the reason I brought the sword. I even mentioned it in it before. Oh well. This is what happens when you try doing this and you're a little bit sick still. Alright, we're actually okay. You guys can attack, you can Sage Stone. I wasted Nereus' turn, but it's not the end of the world. I'm a professional YouTuber. I don't think it's worth re-recording a minor mistake like that anyway. I don't script these. I think it's very obvious I don't. So, I do everything off the... after doing test runs, I do everything off the cuff, really. Alright, 109 damage, not bad for Newton. But alright, we are neutralized. And some heavy breath damage. Alright, we can get away with just a Sage Stone for this. So you can just attack, Sage Stone, and drum. Gotta drink some water as we go through this. But yeah, if I was gonna bother scripting and all that, I would actually put advertisements on my YouTube channel. And I have no intention of doing that. I think this is a case where we should multi-heal instead, just for Whippet's HP to go up a little higher. It heals better than Sage Stone. You're attacking, you're gonna Crackle, and you need a War Drum because we got disrupted. There you go. 64 damage, so it's okay. Kaboom is better, I think. I think that's what we ended up with the daughter using anyway. Yeah, this is a multi-heal only moment. Which means you can Crackle again, and we didn't get disruptive, so we can attack. 82, not bad. Yeah, Whippet at least has the HP to survive a lot of this, but ooh, that hurt. I'm just gonna go ahead and multi-heal, because Doesn't matter what we do, he's probably going to go down. But that's what we have the rebirth stones for. One's from the TNT boards, and one is you get in the start of the dungeon here. So just get Crackle instead, and attack. Excuse me. Okay, good Disruptive Wave. Unfortunately, he outsped Whippet this time, so Whippet's going down. But there he goes. Welcome back. Alright, you can just attack now this time. You two attack, Sage Stone, and Drum. Yeah, the attack is actually the worst part from Estark. The breath is, well, I was going to say endurable, but I don't know if that's really the right word. They're able to endure such an attack. Oh, you guys can attack, Sage Stone attack. Damn it. Yeah, of course, as soon as they start speaking is when my throat decides to tingle. Makes sense, actually. But yeah, Roxy and Newton do averaging damage of 100 there, so it's like kind of like, ugh. But that's why Whippet's actually a better attacker, so whenever you can spare the attack, you should. I don't know if Disruptive Wave went... Oh wait, no it did not. Okay. I mean, Disruptive Wave happened. That's what I meant. I don't know. Disruptive Wave doesn't go away, it just happens. God damn it. I'm trying to cough away from the mic, and I apologize. But I'm going to go with Multi-Heal Sage Stone this time to get Newton up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Multi-Heal and Sage Stone together really does make things survivable, as long as you have at least a tiny bit of resistance. Oh, we gotta do the same again. So yeah, you always want the drum up, so that way he has to take a turn to... to cough. No, to, Disruptive Wave. That way we take less damage. They should survive. Yeah, not by much, but they did. It's not quite World Dew time, but it's very close. We are not disruptive yet. Alright. Alright, good. Well, that helped let us survive. Newton? Wow, you got outsped, Newton? Jeez. Generally in my test runs, even though Newton's only like 2 agility higher than Whippet, he never was outsped. So, interesting. Yeah, you gotta continue multi-healing, and I'm gonna say Sage Stone anyway. Ugh. Sorry, I'm struggling not to keep coughing. Alright, we could get away without multi-healing. Damn it. Alright, yeah, just multi-heal anyway. Elfin Elixir now, because that's going to be your last one that they could do. Which means, go ahead and Sage Stone just in case you were outsped, and you got Disruptive Wave, so you got a War Drum. I think, I don't know, I actually lost track momentarily there. Okay, good. I was right. Don't kill him, thank you. That's all I wanted, not to have him killed, because otherwise the Elfin Elixir would probably go to Roxy or something, and it's like, that's a waste. Alright, go ahead and self-heal, and Sage Stone. Very good, he might survive. Okay, we're good. You can keep doing that. And drum again. Yeah, he gets... Estark is really Disruptive Wave happy, so... anytime you can make him do that, it's great. I think we can get away with just another self-heal and Sage Stone. That's to conserve MP, that's all. The less times we have to use an Elfin Elixir, the better. Alright, you gotta multi-heal this time. And drum it up. But yeah, Roxy's unfortunately the only steady attacker here. I do like, though, that he can actually revive everybody if necessary, but if he's the only one standing, there's a good chance that he's just not going to survive 2 attacks. I think yeah, Salvation. Salvation and... I don't think we were Disruptive Wave. Yeah, we were good. Yeah, Newton's attack is very varying. 138 to 90, it's so weird. Yeah, you gotta keep doing salvation. Do you have any more? You have one more rebirth stone. Okay. Sage stone. Oh, I forget if we were disruptive wave. I think we were. Ah, damn. I was wrong. That's what happens when you have to guess. Yeah, we were. Great. Go ahead and just multi-heal this time. I'm gonna have you Sage Stone anyway just to give Whip it a boost. Yeah, multi-heal does roughly the same as Staff of Salvation for just one person, though, instead. Okay, yeah, this is very obvious. You two attack, and you two heal. Yeah, mages are usually in the healing role for this. Alright, good. He had to force a disruptive... We forced the disruptive wave. That's the important thing. You could actually attack, I think. I mean, I'm tempted to do a Staff of Salvation on Roxy instead, but excuse me. Damn. Alright, that's fine. That's a little less fine, but okay. Yeah, go ahead and multi-heal. And Sage Stone and Drum. Yeah, you just want to get Roxy up a little there. Yeah, luckily 3 out of 4 people have very good fire resistance. Yeah, we gotta do this. No, he double breath, so we don't have to drum. Usually I could tell, based on the damage we take, whether or not we disruptive wave, but sometimes I forget. Ooh, a late multi-heal kind of worked out for us. And you can still keep attacking. I appreciate this party, though. This party is very, I would say it's balanced, but almost to a fault. Where, like, no one is necessarily really strong. They all are just useful enough. We got disruptive wave. We got a drum. Because Nereus is actually not a bad mage. Whippet is a well-balanced healer type. I would say Roxy and Newton are probably... Newton's a little on the weaker side, but at least has the strength to back it up. Kind of makes me think of... you can attack in Sage Stone. I think we were disruptive. But Newton has the attack similar to Hooligan, where it's better than his other stats in a way. Ah, I was wrong. Alright, yeah, multi-heal and Sage Stone, and we were not disruptive this time. But yeah, Newton has just enough attack power to stay useful. And Roxy's also, like, durable enough to be helpful. It also has the attack power to be, again, just useful enough. We were not disruptive yet. Oh, I forgot to use the Elfin Elixir on Whippet, though. I got a little caught up in that. Alright, in that case, we shouldn't be too far from the end here. I'm gonna have him just restore his mana, and we're gonna use the Yigdu, even though it's not the best moment for it, may as well. Was I disruptive waved? I don't know, I don't think so, but I'd rather get an attack out instead of not. Okay, we're good. I'm actually better off siding on not thinking we were disruptive waved, only because it's about the same damage we're outputting anyway, because Newton and Roxy do about 50 regularly without the drum, and with the drum, Newton already used his turn to use the drum, so only Roxy's attacking, so Roxy would be doing about 100 damage anyway, so you're better off just being okay with it. Yep. Okay, that hurt. Roxy's a little bit in danger here. We can get away with just a Staff of Salvation and a Sage Stone. Good, good. You got to go before that. You can Caprizzle all you want. I'm fine with that. I think that's... Yeah, that's in multi-heal territory. But yeah, Neri is unfortunately just stuck with the Sage Stone. It's not the end of the world, but it's okay. Roxy may go down. Yeah. You can just... Actually, you're going to multi-heal, and you're going to revive. And we still weren't Disruptive Wave, no. Okay, it's a Kaboom and Kafrizzle. We're fine. Roxy does not have the extra attack power, but that's okay. Because we're going to have Whippet be attacking too, so... We'll wait for the Disruptive Wave before we actually use the drum again. Yeah, that's some good damage there. Nereus is okay, just a little rough. Multi-heal and Sage Stone. But yeah, this party actually was pretty fun. I'm happy that I got to do this. Alright, we were Disruptive Waved. You guys can attack... Ooh. Even you don't really have to. You know what? Yeah, go all out. I just wish Nereus had more reasons to spend his MP in this fight. That's okay. Oh yeah, get pissed and crit. I love that. Alright, go ahead and Sage Stone. Attack. You know what? I'm going to say go ahead and attack too. Whip it might be fine, but if not, he has the Revival Stone. Yeah, not the worst. You go ahead and self-heal. We were not Disruptive Waved, I don't believe. Yeah, we're good. Whippet's in danger. Go ahead and multi-heal, attack, Sage Stone, and attack. Yeah. Again, I would say this is not hard, but it remains like still like you have to stay alert for this fight. Keep multi-healing for now. But yeah, with this party, it's not bad though. I actually can't wait till I get through all of the monster pals so I can start. Thank you. Come back. So I could go ahead and start doing some funnier runs like, oh, can 3 slimes beat the game or something like that? We weren't Disruptive Wave, I don't think. No. The Whippet doesn't have it, so that's okay. Oh, and because he got revived, Estark only took 1 turn. I've been noticing that's like, I'm pretty sure it's a glitch, but that's been a reoccurring thing anyway. So you guys can go ahead and keep attacking. I think Sage Stone should be enough. Newton would go down if he got attacked physically twice, though. Almost anyone would here. Whippet might be the exception. Yep, and there you go. Estark is down. Not bad, actually. There's an easy system to do, but, you know, because we had the HP and just enough resistances, it worked. Now, that compared to, say, you know, our Hooligan and the Ticking Time Bomb, no, they had 0 resistances, terrible equipment. They just couldn't really survive the fight very well. Excuse me. Speaking of surviving, my goddamn throat. But yeah, I'm happy with this party though. Whippet, again, solid character. Very his only bad side is just that he comes late, but you know, good stats. Acceptable healing spells. He gets Sap and Oomph, but unfortunately Oomph comes a little late, so that part doesn't help him enough. But Sap is pretty good, except when you get, by the time you get Sap also is, it's after Bjorn, and Sap doesn't work on any other bosses after that. So it's like, ugh, it could have been better. And, but, you know, multi-heal is good enough, and Kasnooze can work for wild battles. I'd say Whippet's like kind of okay. Roxy feels like a better version of a Ticking Time Bomb, which isn't much better. He's got at least he's got HP and some equipment choices and resistances, you know? So he's like usable, but you know, there's definitely better options. He's another scenario where Sancho probably would work. Except Roxy at least has Kerplunk, but generally you don't really need to use Kerplunk. Sancho is a better Roxy, though. Let's put it that way. Nereus is interesting. I like the idea of an ice wind slash lightning mage. They're pretty fun. They have Zing if you need it, and that it gets it at a reasonable time to get it when you first get him around beginning of Gen 3. So, Zing, that's when Zing is useful enough and could save some MP for the hero, because the hero might be the full-time healer at the moment until, your kids grow up or something. And Newton. Newton is a usable party member, I find. Because, you know what? He's not terrible. He really isn't terrible. He's just outclassed. He could be better, for sure, but, if he was given maybe, not the level cap he was given, given a higher level cap of, say, maybe 50 with the stats to also boost him a little higher, too, I'd say he would be a decent party. He'd be A tier, I would say then. But as he is, he's probably C tier. He's usable, Roxy's a little less usable, but he's still usable, And the other two are probably B to teetering maybe to A tier, if you would. I don't know. Eventually, when I get through all of the monsters, recruits, I will probably do a tier list based on a certain criteria. So anyway, this video is long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this run, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.